The fifth ISU Spring Invite didn't go the way head coach Greg Towne and his crew wanted, finishing fifth with a two-day score of 630. But the fact that the Sycamores and the rest of the competition field had 2 days, full days of competition, speaks volumes about the country club of Terre Haute, allowing the event to transpire with all of the wet weather.
The result wasn't what we wanted, all that stuff, but we really needed the time outside and the time on the course. So it was well worth it to have 3 days, including the practice round, where we got some work in, even though it was kind of under tournament conditions. There's stuff we can build on, and it'll help us next week.
Halfway through the second round, it seemed Indiana State was going to make another late charge like it did a year ago, overcoming a 15-stroke deficit on the final day. But Indiana State just couldn't capitalize at key times.
I felt we were back in it after 27. I thought, all right, here we go. We'll take this down. And then, just ran into a couple of odd situations and didn't really handle it the best we could. So we'll talk about that. And I think they were pressing a little hard, which we didn't really need to do. And so they got to understand where they're at, and that pressing never helps you in golf. It's not, this tournament's not the end of the world. Of course, we want to win all of the ones we play in. We've had a nice run here. We'll start again next year. But next week's the most important thing. So we're still gearing towards that this week, and they got to put it behind them and get on with it. So I think that's what they'll do.
Looking to top the leaderboard for Indiana State, you see Sophie Benetti, Sierra Hargens, a junior and a sophomore, which has Coach Greg Towne stoked about what is ahead for this program.
It's going to fly by. And I tell them, I say, you got another year, you got this year, next year, and it's over with before you know it. And so the thing I like about them is they're willing to try new stuff. They're not satisfied with the status quo or where they're at or their skill level. They're willing to try new things to try to get a notch better. I mean, even if we win conference, we need to try to advance at the NC2As. To do that, we have to challenge ourselves all the time. So getting uptight about a small shot at the ISU invite is kind of small potatoes, honestly.
Indiana State will close out the season with the MVC Championships April 15th through the 17th in Wichita, Kansas, to try and chase some hardware and extend the season.
I think keeping perspective about it, we're going to hit 900 and some shots next week. A few shots here and there aren't the end of the world, but every shot does somehow matter. So they've got to understand that golf's a tough game to win. There's a lot of players. There's a lot of luck involved. There's a lot of conditions with weather. And just keep everything in perspective, keep plugging along, and don't press, and we'll be all right.
For complete coverage on Sycamore Golf, don't go anywhere. Stay right here at GoSycamores.com.